Hey, we're here. We're running a little bit late because dinner was really good. So we're gonna check it out here. There we go. The anthem. Yeah. Joe Hopkins here, and I went to a concert, and you didn't, but you can because she's still on tour. That's right. I went to see St. Vincent. Opening for St. Vincent was Yves Tumor. I got clips from the show. I'll show them to you here in a sec. We're gonna go over it, right? I saw her at the Anthem in Washington, D.C. That would be Friday the 13th. Isn't that cool? Friday, September 13th. I believe she's pretty much still on tour. You should be able to catch the show. Honestly, excellent musician, amazing performer. It was a really good show. I enjoyed it a lot. When we get to the clips here, you'll notice they're all the way in the back, right? I'm kind of zooming over the crowd to get the show. There's a reason for that, because I bought 2 tickets. I took the wife, right? My wife's having some health issues these days. We're hoping it gets better, but at the moment she can't stand for long periods of time. I'm telling you this because as a result of this happening, we've learned something interesting, right? A lot of clubs, they have, you can call them up and get on an ADA list where they have a seat for you. It's usually in the back, but it's up on a riser where you can see over the crowd. And, they were really accommodating at the Anthem. Apparently a lot of clubs do this now. The Anthem was very nice, very accommodating, excellent place to see a show. I really appreciate that they do this. They even, not all clubs have this though. They even had like wheelchair ramps. You can get up on there, right? I have seen places that don't have that, mostly because they can't. The Anthem has enough room to put all that stuff in, and it's very nice that they have it. Not that my wife's in a wheelchair, but there were some people in wheelchairs at the show, and I found that very nice that they had that. That's pretty cool, right? So anyway, we ended up getting there a little bit late, a couple minutes late. I think we missed the first song or two by the opening act because we stopped in Fairfax for dinner at a place called Hamrocks. Great restaurant, but they took a while to serve us. They were a little busy. It went over. So we showed up. And I didn't know who the opening act was, right? It was Yves Tumor. Really good. He was really good. It sounded very kind of like, reminded me of Billy Idol, or maybe The Cure a bit, very 80s kind of stuff. If you ever seen one of those 80s cop movies where the cop is chasing the bad guy and they run through a club, that's the music that's playing. That's what it reminded me of. When we walked in and it was already playing, I'm like, yeah, this sounds like that, like from an 80s movie. But I liked it. It was really good. I'm going to play you some of his stuff, right? I shot some video. I got you some clips. There'll be short clips because of copyright. If you're tired of short clips, complain to YouTube because they get pissy if you play more than 5 seconds of something. But here's a bunch of 5 seconds of Yves Tumor. right, so yeah, good stuff. I like his stuff. I liked the opening act. It's always nice to have a good opening act. I've heard of Yves Tumor. I've heard his stuff here and there. I'm like, you know, wasn't really that interested. And but seeing him live, yeah, I enjoyed that. That was a good experience, man. Some bands or some artists you hear and you're like, they're okay, and then you see them live, you're like, damn, they're really good. I like that. But yeah, and obviously I went there to see St. Vincent, who I really like. I've really liked for some time, you know? Very progressive. I like the forward-thinking chord progressions. The way the music is just, you know, different. It's not what you hear every day, and I like that. I like something different. A lot of her stuff, you know, depending on which album it is, it's like she went through different phases. She went through a Bowie phase. Some of the stuff is so David Bowie, it's not even funny. The one song, I almost, it sounds so much like Fame. I expect her to go, Fame! And then, you know, and then it goes in a different direction. But you can tell, she listened to a lot of Bowie for a while there. Some of it is very, you know, has like an industrial sound to it, and some of it is very techno. Different albums, different feels, but the show was amazing. I really liked it. I really like the way she connects to the audience, and she really makes an attempt to, like, not every artist does. Not every artist tries to reach the audience, as Chris Cornell once said, to reach down and pick the crowd up, right? I mentioned that because I remember that song from that Temple of the Dog album, and Chris Cornell really did connect. I saw him twice. Thank God I got to see him before he died, but he really connects to the audience, and I got that from St. Vincent as well. She really connects. Honestly, that's a show I really would have liked to have been up closer. Maybe got there a little bit early, got up front, but you know, I'm there with the wife. She has to sit, so we have to be in the back. So that's cool. You know, it's a little bit of, yeah, 6 of one, half a dozen of another. I'm glad she came. I'm glad she got to experience it. I'm going to play some clips of St. Vincent here. You know, here you go.
Would you kindly turn on all the house lights so I can just see everybody's beautiful faces? Hi! Hi! Hello, DC. Friday night out. Ladies' night, am I right, girlies? Oh my God. Thank you for being here with us when there are so many other places you could be, namely masturbating in front of your computer screen. That's what this is about. Oh, you don't make me weak. Oh, elation, don't. I was feeling kinda lonely, but remember Monday on the show's blood. So I will sit down, stand up, head down, hands up, and get back to the sea. Your kingdom come on my feet. Just tell us what time it is. Candy, that's as you and me. I have lost you. I have here I am, your big machine. Stolen hearts I didn't need, but in somebody like me.
So there you go, a couple, a little bit of St. Vincent there. I try to get a little bit of every song they do. You know what I mean? Anymore with these concert reviews, I try to give you at least 5 seconds of every song, sometimes a couple clips of each one, just because I'm a nice guy and because I want you to experience it too. It's a fun time, right? So yeah, man. it was a great show. If you ever get a chance to see a show at the Anthem, this is the first time I've been there, but I'd recommend the place. That was a really nice club. I've been to a lot of clubs that just kind of have a dirty, neglected feel to them, and that could be cool depending on what kind of music you're there to see. The Anthem is a pretty nice joint. I liked it. It's right there on the wharf in D.C. I forget what part of town that is, but it's down there by the water, and it's all done up real nice. You know, I wanted to see some shows there a couple, 4-5 years ago, something like that. Maybe 3 years ago when COVID was we were just getting over COVID and they were just doing shows again. But the COVID restrictions everywhere, at the Anthem, but everywhere really, were so draconian. I didn't, But now that we're past all that, I went down there. It was a good show. It's an excellent club. I really like the place. It feels like top tier kind of stuff. And it's a big place. I mean, it's a good size, right? Sitting in the back, you're looking out there. It seemed like a pretty solid crowd. You can see from the video, I'm going over everybody, zooming in over everybody's heads there. It's a good sized crowd. And it still wasn't packed. You know what I mean? There was room. You could have fit more people in there. It's a big place, which is cool. It means that you don't have to shoulder your way through a bunch of people to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Didn't matter as much in my 20s, but in my mid 40s, getting to the bathroom is important. Okay, I can hold it for a while, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. I also like that the water is free. They don't charge you for it. You can just get a cup of water. If you want a bottle of water, I guess they charge you. But just if you go up and say, hey, I just need a cup of water, you can even skip to the front of the line, right? Because they want people to stay hydrated. That's nice. They had refill stations. If you bring an empty bottle, and I've also noticed this, a lot of clubs do this now. They won't let you bring liquids in, but if your bottle is empty, you can bring it in. And they have refill stations, not just there, at a lot of places. So just something to keep in mind, dump the water out of your bottle before you go in. Bring in an empty bottle, you can refill. That's cool. It's kind of, they're all nicer. All these clubs are so much nicer to people than they were when I was young. It's kind of a good feeling, right? Yeah, it's not as grungy. Anyway. Grungy. Yeah, man. I remember going to clubs when I was a kid, and it was just, the attitude was just fuck you. Just because. This is rock and roll. So fuck you. As I get older, though, I appreciate that they're all nicer now. I really do. I'd still go to the fuck you clubs. I would. But I wouldn't bring the wife. You know what I mean? Tell you what, though. If St. Vincent, take a look on Ticketmaster or her website or whatever and see where she's touring. It's a show worth seeing if you appreciate just music, if you're musically inclined. Because it's I don't know, it's serious music. It's not cheesy. It's not just your average pop or rock and roll stuff. It's well thought out. That's what I like about it. Now, sometimes I do want just rock and roll, just basic 3-chord shit, right? We all like that. It's good. It's party music. Yeah. If you want something a little bit more, a little bit deeper, St. Vincent. Yeah. Worth checking out. There we go. Had a beer. We talked about music. And yeah, I imagine she's coming to a town near you. If not this time around, next time around. Most of these people, they do another tour at some point. Maybe I'll go see her again. I wouldn't mind it. That was really good. So, yeah. Subscribe to my channel. Because I will have more content like this coming up. In fact, after I saw St. Vincent, the very next day we went to another show. And that concert review will be coming up shortly after this one. Because it was back to back. It was Friday, Saturday. 2 in a row, man. It was a good weekend. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.